Now, this is an inexact science, but we think that Arsenal are on course to become the richest club in the Premier League when Premier League clubs publish their next set of accounts. Now, if we look at the latest set of accounts which are available, these are accounts for the 2024-25 season. By revenue, Arsenal are actually in third place. So at the moment, Liverpool are leading the way with a revenue of 703 million. Then it's Manchester City, 694. Then Arsenal, 691. Manchester United, 667. And Spurs, 561. Now, Arsenal's 691 was last season when they reached the semi-finals of the Champions League. And also they finished second in the Premier League. Now, they're going to get more money from reaching the final of the Champions League this time round. They've already made £122 million from reaching the final. That would increase by another 10 million as well if they were to win the final. The Champions League now, of course, is expanded. More games, more high-profile games, more broadcast revenue. That's why clubs are making more money. Now, Arsenal are phenomenally successful commercially as well. If you look at their latest set of accounts, their commercial income, so the deals they do with other companies, up 41% to 263 million. Matchday revenue up 17% to 154 million. TV broadcast revenue was up 4% to 213 million. That will rise even more now, especially if we assume that they're on course to win the Premier League. For instance, last season, they finished second in the Premier League. They received £171.5 million. Liverpool, who finished top, got just under £175 million. So each place in the Premier League is worth an extra £3.5 million. So I think Arsenal fans are obviously going to be very, very delighted today. If you're the kind of football fan who's also interested in accounts and finances, it's looking really, really good for Arsenal. Also, one final point I would make is if Arsenal do win the Champions League final, that would guarantee qualification for the FIFA Club World Cup as well. Now, we think that's probably going to be in the summer of 2029. And if Arsenal were to play in that, I think they would probably make somewhere around 90, 100 million pounds. Chelsea won the last edition last summer in the US. They banked about 90 million pounds from winning it. That was in 2025. I think in 2029, the prize money, the TV money will be even bigger. So that is one other important financial consideration to take into account when it comes to that big game for Arsenal in Budapest.
So you can understand perhaps why they were celebrating so wildly last night. Does this mean they're going to spend all the money in the summer?
Well, I think it's always, Sir Alex Ferguson, I think, always used to say that you need to strengthen your squad even when you're winning. You need to keep improving the whole time. Now, do I think Arsenal are going to spend the kind of money they spent last summer? No.
Okay.
I think their net spend was the highest net spend in the Premier League. They spent £267 million on 8 players. They generated £10 million from sales. There's a very, very good article on the Sky Sports website that just was published an hour or so ago by Nick Wright, who really goes into detail about Arsenal's transfer strategy. I think they will strengthen their squad this summer, but I think they will be quite careful, quite cautious. They're not just going to go out and pay the asking price for all the targets they want. What we've previously reported is that they will look to strengthen in attack, probably sign another central midfielder and another full-back as well. I know a lot of Arsenal fans, the player they're most excited about is Julian Alvarez. Would they be able to sign him from Atletico Madrid? Of course, everybody knows that he is a target, but Barcelona are also interested. PSG are interested, but I think PSG expect him to go to Barcelona. But if it comes to finances, I think Arsenal are in a much better position than Barcelona at the moment.